And good morning, y'all. Hey, this is Old Man Gib, and I hope y'all are having an absolutely wonderful and amazing Friday. That today is going to be an awesome and wonderful day for you. Welcome back to another episode of The Battle for Our Brain and Our Soul. Today, I would like to discuss a topic of employment, life, skills, college degrees, those things. Okay. Now, many of you have probably heard it said to find a career in something that you really love, and it'll seem like you get to go play every day, and it's not grievous or a job. Now, what I'm going to tell you is just the opposite. Do not go find a career in something you absolutely love. Go and find a career in something you're good at and then become the best person that you can be at doing that job. Now, there's a difference between a career, a trade, and a hobby. Hobbies are something we do for fun. Hobbies are something that we do to kill time, something that we enjoy. My suggestion to you is your hobbies should be what you love, because then that helps refresh you, prepare you for the next day at work and all that stuff. You get to burn off all the frustration, all at doing something you love. Now, it seems like today in colleges, these young people that go out to college, they talk to their guidance counselors and all that stuff. They send them off and they give them a lot of times real bad information. They don't spend the time looking at what professions are going to be excuse me, relevant in a 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. You got to understand, most of these kids are going to go to school from 2 to 4 to 8, sometimes 12 years to get their degree. By the time they graduate, what they just spent all that time going to school for, that profession may not even exist anymore. It may have gone fully automated. So now they're tens of thousands of dollars in debt and have training for something that doesn't exist. Okay. Now, do I have anything against colleges? The only thing I have against colleges is that they take twice as long indoctrinating a person into what I consider crap versus teaching them a viable skill. Most of the money the kids spend going to school is, to pay for the school's sports teams equipment and advertising and all that stuff instead of learning their trade. Now, trade schools, on the other hand, you go to school, you show up, you've got X amount of time in the classroom. The rest of it is in an actual real life learning environment where they're learning up to date skills on equipment and technology and all that is being used right then. Colleges have a tendency to be way, way, way behind the loop on things, so, and then also I've seen a massive push in colleges to push out stuff like a liberal arts degree. It does a person absolutely no good. You can't get a job as an attorney, a doctor, a veterinarian, a welder, anything like that with a stupid liberal arts degree. It's a waste of money. So do your research, figure out what it is you're interested in or what you're good at, and then see if that job will be viable 10, 12 years from now, 20 years from now. Reason I say this is, okay, you look at it in the automotive industry. 20 years ago, a young person could, or anybody could go up to a um, manufacturing facility, let's say Ford Motor, as long as they could pass the drug test, and they weren't wanted felons and all that stuff, and there was a job opening, they'd hire them. Now there's an eighth of the amount of people working in that same factory because it's all gone automated. So let's see, if you are looking to do certain jobs, you may not be there by the time you graduate because it's all gone automated. And quite and simple, for the fact, it sucks. Automation sucks. It takes people's jobs. However, look at it from an employer's point of view. It might cost $1 million for this robot. Okay. Get it plugged in, get it working and all that. The robot doesn't need to take breaks. The robot doesn't need a lunch. The robot doesn't have to use the restroom. The robot's not going to have an emergency phone call where it has to leave work. It's not going to get paid. It's not going to take holidays. It's not going to need paid days off for vacation, maternity, sick days, anything like that. Okay. It's not going to need to take time off for jury duty. All right. All of those other things affect with people. A robot doesn't have to pay taxes. Robot doesn't need compensation insurance or anything like that, workers' comp. Okay? It is more cost effective for businesses to go automated than to hire people. So what you want to be doing is looking for a trade that will be viable 20 years from now, even with all the automation going on. Okay? And save what you love for your hobby, for what you do in your downtime. That will help refresh you, get you motivated, and just like a dump. Okay? Now, I was fortunate. Not only, I retired at 43. It was crazy. And anybody can do that if they do like I did. Okay? One, live far below your means. Let's say you make $100,000 a year after taxes. Your living expenses in life should not come to any more than, I would say, 33 to 40% of that. The rest of that you should be stashing away in some type of portfolio. I would recommend commodities, because the others, it's too volatile. Commodities, let's say you had 100,000 shares in wheat right now. The price is just going crazy up because there's a shortage of it. Commodities will always, especially food commodities, always a good bet. You'll hear people talking about gold and silver and all that. It's not bad. It holds its value. So, consider living far below your means. Don't buy brand new cars every 2 years. Go out and buy some 15-year-old Toyota Camry that has 400,000 miles on it. Trust me, if you maintain it, that motor will go 1,000,000 miles. There's a bunch of them out there that have. So live far below your means. Be a Scrooge. Be frugal. And plan for your retirement. And you can retire in your mid-40s, maybe 50s, early 50s, And then being able to do that is going to bring up your overall happiness level. And that affects your mental health, hence our brain and soul. Because if we are healthy physically, we're happy, our mental health is going to be up there. And when our mental health is up there, then our spiritual health is up there. If your spiritual health is up there, then your physical and everything else is just going to follow along with it. So, that would be my suggestion to anybody that's coming up in the industry or looking to trade, switch out careers. Look to the trades. Find, or even if it's a degree field, that's okay. But look for something that's going to be viable 20 years from now. You're not going to be replaced by a robot. Do something you're good at That way you can become the best at it through years of hard work, and you'll make good money. I mean, welders out there, I know some welders that are making up as much as $200,000 a year, deep water, underwater divers. There's a danger element, yes, but by gosh, they make good money. Saturation diving, welding, boy, I'll tell you what, them folks are making a ton of money. And there's not a lot of people that work in the field, you know. So think about them things. Consider your mental health, consider your happiness, consider retirement, make plans far ahead of time, and you'll be all right. I have faith in you. Hey, this is Old Man Gibb. May you all have an absolutely wonderful and amazing Friday. May the good Lord bless every one of you in absolutely everything you need. And I will talk with you in the next one.